Well, back again with another review for Trails Cold Steel Northern War. Honestly, after the where like last episode ended off, I didn't know what to expect with this episode, but man, this episode delivered. Honestly, especially the ending, the ending was just great. But that's what I expect from a Trails story. I mean, I shouldn't be surprised. Really, I shouldn't be. But anyway, this episode begins with like basically like North America just got the news that airborne want reparations. Now they know that they're coming for them for the reparations. So people are panicking right now because they know that airborne's gonna try to invade them, like they invaded like Jirai, also Crossbell, and like how they said they was about to invade like Liberal. And then when they did that, they did a cutscene to Trails in the Sky. I believe it was the Trails in the Sky second chapter when Airborne tried to invade Liberal. But anyway, so I did a cutscene on them and showed the characters for a minute. I thought that was kind of nice. Anyway, Clark comes in and he says he's gonna handle it, and I'm thinking like, how is he gonna handle this? Because it's like Airborne is way too powerful. But then it shows the next scene where basically he's on the stage talking in front of all these other Jaegers, and then he brings out an archaism. He brings out one of the archaisms. Then he actually shows a video on the screen about how what's her name, Lena, Kayla. I can't remember her name right now. Anyway, it shows where she's using the archaism to like destroy this big ass rock. So they kind of like give a demonstration real quick. Anyway, that's what happens there. After that demonstration, not Rogan, Clark eventually says he brings Lavi on stage and he tells the audience that she's gonna be the next successor, and like the whole crowd start cheering and all that because they know that she's the granddaughter of a hero. So I still think that's kind of crazy because like she's only 15, so I don't know, like maybe that's just me thinking like realistically it's like a bit much for a 15-year-old girl to do. Anyway, like Clark, he's actually lied to her, and he said that he wasn't even gonna talk about that she's the hero's granddaughter, but he lied to her. But he also lied about the archaisms as well because he said that he got them from another country, but obviously he got them from Ouroboros. So he's lying about a lot of things today. Anyway, so that happens, and then next, Clark then eventually starts talking about conquering Erebonia because he starts talking to like this group of people again, like the I guess like the people that's in the government again, like the higher ups that's in the government. He started talking to them, saying like how they're gonna conquer Erebonia and all that, and not only Erebonia, he's talking about conquering the rest of the continent of Zemuria. So this dude, he's kind of crazy. I don't know what he's like. He says he wants to do it to end war from all these other countries from in the world in war from the world and all that. So it's like he trying to have good intentions, but he's going about it all the wrong way. So it's like it's crazy because it seems like everybody that's in like some sort of power in North America is corrupted some way. Like you really can't trust anybody there. Next, it goes to a scene where it shows my favorite character in Trails, Prince Oliver, talking with Chancellor Osborne, another great character. You know, even though he's a bad guy and all that, what's his name? Chancellor Osborne, he's still a great character. Anyway, so it shows them talking, and Prince Oliver basically is like, yeah, like a lot of tensions is rising up in North America and all that. And then he said like also like the North America has already sent like envoys to like the other countries, asking for assistance if they go to war with them. Like they're asking the other countries to go to war as well. So like Prince Albert, like what's going on? What you gonna do about that? But it's clear that Chancellor Osborne he always has a plan for that, like in case they did something like that. So like Chancellor Osborne not worried, Prince Albert he kind of sees that and he's like, all right, he's gonna let him handle it then. Next, it kind of shows a scene where like Lavi is like walking through town and people are calling her the hero's granddaughter, and she don't really like that because she'd rather be called Lavi, because like she still got a problem being called a hero even after she heard the story about her grandfather. But now, like since Glarkis keep on lying and all this, like Glark seems kind of shady. I think he actually lied to Lavi about the whole story about how it was a plan. Like I think he just basically just like lied about the whole thing. Like, so that whole story that he told about Lavi about his grandfather was cool with it. Like, no, he wasn't cool with it. I bet he wasn't. I bet that, like, Larky's just a really shady dude. So anyway, Lavi's walking through town and she starts daydreaming about her grandfather and also, I think it was Colonel Valentine as well, walking by him. And, like, they just start walking forward and she tries to go after them, but she can't. And then, like, Syria, she, like, snaps her out of it because she, like, hops on Lavi's back. And then, like, Lavi noticed that it's a crowd of people around her all staring at her. And then like they leave, and like Sarah asks her something like, she asks her like, "Are you being taken advantage of, or are you taking advantage of the situation?" But Lavi says she's taking advantage of the situation, and it kind of makes sense with what she says when Rogan like stops her to talk to her, and then like Rogan basically says like, he asks her basically like the same question, like he's just trying to make sure that she's not Glark's puppet. That's what he calls it. And then that happens, and like after that conversation, well, before that conversation, it actually shows like Callie in the room with Glark and Kayla. I don't remember her name. Anyway, Kina, who knows? Anyway, it shows them out in the room. Like Glark's like, "Oh, it's Tally, your new boy toy," and like that's all he thinks of him. But it's kind of crazy because like what happens next, what they do to him, because like it goes back to showing like Rogan and what's the Lavi talking, and then like right after they get done talking, like Rogan sends in his troops like to take over the government. Like they also captures Lavi. They try to handcuff her. They try to like put her hands behind her back, try to handcuff her and all that. But then like she breaks free from him, and then she follows Rogan into like Glark's room, and then they discover that he's been poisoned, and they killed his pet too as well. So I thought that was kind of interesting. That was a great way to end the episode. Honestly, I did not see that coming. But anyway, that was great. So that's my review for this episode, and I'll catch y'all next time. Take it easy.